What is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, and today, guys, I'm bringing you yet another ASL video. And today, fans and coaches of the ASL, I have for you the ASL Season 1 weekly recap of Week 7. And I say this every video, but if you guys don't know why we are doing the weekly or Season 1 weekly recap, it's because we don't actually have, we've never actually recorded it because the ASL YouTube channel was, so to speak, born in Season 2. So we're basically just getting footage for Season 1. So, without further ado, we have the weekly recap here, and there's only going to be 6 matches for you guys this week, just because there was a match between TG and Eminem Suspect Test. It was a forfeit. They both got the forfeit loss, so they both got a -3 loss. But yeah, we have here, we have Sand taking on Doom, so the New York Onyx taking on the Tottenham Espers, and Sand's team consists of Ditto, it consists of Terrakion, Mega Beedrill, Mew, Cofagrigus, and Vaporeon. And Doom's team consists of Manaphy, Mega Charizard X, Alamomola, Thunderstarian, and Omastar. Oh, also Hitmonchan. Let's get into it. So we have Mew taking on Omastar, which Mew can just get up some rocks, and Omastar can do the same. Doom is actually going to choose to go for the Shell Smash here. And he does not have the White Herb, and he's going to go for the Shell Smash again. This makes me think that he is a Focus Sash variant, as Sand is just going to go for the U-turn, and this is very, very scary. But the Ditto can come out, and this is also very bad for Doom. And he can go for the Mach Punch here, and Sand knows that he does not want to take a Mach Punch since it'll likely kill. And out comes Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus can set up the Toxic Spikes, which are very annoying for Doom's team to deal with, especially with this Alamomola, because now it's going to be chipped down immensely. It would have to be like a Defog Zard. That's the only way that Doom is going to be able to get out of this. But Sand, knowing that Doom is going to want to go into something to take the Wish, he's going to go for the Roar, so very good play. And he's going to double out into the Cofagrigus, since he does not want to take a fighting type move on his Vaporeon. Vaporeon is very crucial to beating the Manaphy at this point. And Cofagrigus is going to go for the Hex, does plenty of damage to the Manaphy since it is poisoned. And Ditto is actually going to come out on the Manaphy, and Manaphy is going to go for the Rain Dance, so Doom has probably a bulkier Manaphy. I would see Rest here, probably Tail Glow, Rain Dance, Rest, and Scald, possibly. Doom otherwise would have gone for the Energy Ball there. I don't know why he's clicking Water Absorb, because now he has to get out into his Zard. And Zard's Thunder Punch would not be able to kill if he has it, and these this Vaporeon could just roar out again. So Sand is in a very commanding position here, as there's nothing really Doom can do to play around this. And since Cofagrigus comes out, Cofagrigus' Hex is going to do so much damage. You're going to see it does 32%. Considering it's to an Alamomola, that is a lot. That also looks to be, it's either like not offensive at all Cofagrigus, or a special defensive Alamomola. So the Thunders is going to go over the Dark Pulse, and is going to do about a third to the Mew, hoping for the flinch possibly. He's going to get the flinch, so Mew is going to go down. And yeah, Mew is going to drop, since Doom just does get the 36 roll again. Well, it might have been more, but it's at least a 36. So this Beedrill is going for the Poison Jab, knowing he can live a Thunderbolt. He didn't want to, Sand didn't want to go for the Protect to lose momentum. And like I said, he's in a commanding position here. He does live the Thunderbolt, and Poison Jab does kill the Thundurus. So Doom has to really bring this back with his Alamomola. And he's going to make a really good prediction, nailing the prediction on the Beedrill with the Pursuit. So Hitmonchan is going to go out into Manaphy, and he's shown that he has Rain Dance, but Rain Dance is not going to save him here. He has to pick whether he wants to rest or go for the Rain Dance here, and he's going to choose to rest. So all he needs to do, yeah, he probably doesn't have Sleep Talk. No, he can't have Sleep Talk. And Sand, knowing that, he's just going to Swords Dance up with his Terrakion, then go for the +2 close combat, and it's a Life Orb Terrakion as well. And Terrakion does not want to take a Mach Punch where it doesn't need to. And yeah, there's no real way for Doom to bring this back. You would have to be like, no, it doesn't matter, because sub bulk up is like the only thing I can think of for Hitmonchan, but it's not gonna work. Alamomola is gonna claim the kill on this Cofagrigus, It's just they're poisoned, so there's nothing I can do. And Vaporeon is going to be able to get the kill on Alamomola as it was at 2%. And Hitmonchan has to go for the Drain Punch here. It can do a lot to the rest of Sand's team, but it's just the thing is the 30% each turn plus the Toxic. It's absolutely too much damage. And he's going to be able to take a Scald here, but he's not going to be able to take the following poisons. So that is going to be the game. The New York Onyx are going to win 3-0 over the Tottenham Espers. And the next game, we have Anaria, coach of Magikarp's Revenge, taking on Rocker, coach of New Orleans Pidgeys, I'm going to guess. I need to look at it one of these times. But, anyways, Anaria's team consists of Mega Lopunny, Dragonite, Misdreavus, Empoleon, Skarmory, and Rotom Heat. And Rocker's team is Mega Deontay, Entei, Garbodor, Hoopa, Shaman, and Electros. Let's hop into it. So it is Dragonite going out against Hoopa. Dragonite can live any one hit, especially that hyperspace hole. And Hoopa wants to hit it again, showing that it is a Choice Scarf variant. And this is probably just an adamant Dragonite from the looks of things. Rocker's going to go out into his Entei, going for the extreme speed. It does get rid of this Dragonite, so he just saved himself from a potential sweep. So that Scarf Hoopa was really clutch, especially since the Dragonite was adamant. And this Electros is going to go for the Coil. And Anaria wanting to prevent a possible sweep here. He's going to go for the trick and then follows up with a Overheat. But the Electros is able to get back up to about half. But this Mega Lopunny Fake Out combined with Return / High Jump Kick should be able to kill this thing. And he's going to go for the Return and get rid of the Hydrate or Electros. And then Entei is going to drop to a High Jump Kick. So I don't know if Rocker thought he could live that. Shaman is 100% the play. I don't really know why he isn't going Shaman. Even Garbodor is a better swap. Takes any one hit. Yep, takes a hit there and can go for the Drain Punch. So I don't really know why Rocker didn't go that earlier. Then he also gets aftermath damage on, and he has 0 chance to win with Shaman unless he is he has to be Seed Flare, Synthesis, Earth Power, and HP Fire. He's getting over the Leech Seeds, so yeah, he's just gonna drop to the Brave Bird here. He would have had to get like an Ultra Mega Crit, or he would have to synth up. But that is gonna be the game. The Magikarp's Revenge are gonna win 3-0 over Rocker. In the next game, here's where I finally come into the ASL, and I was still coach of the Portland Timbers back then, and I'm gonna be taking on Raver. Raver is coach of the Beast Mode Breloms, and my team consists of Weavile, Infernape, Slowbro, Garchomp, Porygon 2, and Blastoise. Raver's team is Mega Scizor, Heatran, Drapion, Suicune, Nidoqueen, and Latios. This is going to be really interesting to see how I played these. I kind of have an idea. I know exactly how this game ends. I remember it very vividly, but we're going to see how it goes. So I'm only with my Infernape. I'm going to swap out, basically proving that I do not have the U-turn here. As I believe I was Scarf Infernape. I'm going to try and remember these as best as I can, but I'm going to roar with my Blastoise, not wanting to be set up, not wanting him to set up like a Swords Dance with his Drapion. I'm going to go with the Scald into Suicune, and I believe I just roar again. I don't want to get set up on with Calm Minds. Actually, I'm just going to go out into my Porygon 2, and he's going to go for the Substitute. And the Porygon 2 is going to follow up with a Thunderbolt. Can break the sub as Raver just wants to go for the Roar. It's going to get me into my Infernape, and I actually do have a U-turn there. I was afraid of... I don't even know why I didn't just U-turn. Maybe Rocky Helmet Drapion? I don't know. So I'm going to go with the Thunderbolt, and Raver is going to predict that he's going to go into his Nidoqueen, and I'm just going to go with the Tri-Attack. With a crit, does 43%, and he gets the Paralysis. So honestly, that was best case scenario, since 2 good rolls with Tri-Attack will kill this thing, and he's going to get a Toxic Spikes. As my removal is Blastoise, which I'm going to stay in here and just go for the Thunderbolt, and he is a very, very specially defensive Heatran from the looks of things. And Blastoise is going to take the Lava Plume, and my play is 100% just to go for the Rapid Spin, as there are too many hazards on here. So I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin as what I do, get rid of 2 layers of Toxic Spikes and get rid of a layer of Stealth Rocks. I'm going to be taking toxic damage as he's going to roar me out, as it shows that he is faster than my Blastoise, just further confirming it because I did click roar there. And he's going to go out into his Nidoqueen. Good prediction, catching the toxic, and I'm going to get a really good roll. I don't know if it was a high roll, it was just good enough to kill. It was a roll whether it was killing it or not. So he's going to go for the Swords Dance with his Mega Scizor. Does not want to take a Flare Blitz from my Infernape. I'm actually going to go with the close combat here, predicting the Heatran to come out, but he's going to go into his Suicune. Fair play. I go for the U-turn. He likely Scalds here as I go into my P2. He's actually going to set up a sub. So this Suicune is very annoying. If I can get rid of it, it's going to make my life so much easier. I'm going to go with the Thunderbolt here. It's apparent to me now that he is not a Crocoon set. Otherwise he wouldn't have sub. Or he's like sub instead of Calm Mind. But that doesn't really make any sense. Rest sub doesn't make sense. He's going to go for the knockoff and follow it up with a Poison Jab. He does not get my Blastoise, and I'm going to go for the Roar. And that was a bad play. I probably should have Scalded there, because then I'm just getting off damage. Because then he can just go straight out into his Latios on my close combat. Latios will be outspeeding me, and I don't want to take a hit, so I'm going to go into my slow bro. And with the special attack drop, I can potentially take another one. So I'm just going to I'm going to swap out into my P2. And gain battle armor, so I'm not going to be crit. I don't want to take a knockoff. I was expert belt Infernape. I was okay with losing my, my scarf on, my expert belt on Infernape. God, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So I'm going to go for the slack off with my slow bro, as I know that knockoff will not kill me. I'm a bulky slow bro, and I'm going to go for the Calm Mind here. It looks to be my best way to set up and win this game, and I'm going to Scald since that is my only... oh no, I had Shadow Ball. I don't know why I didn't click Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball hits his entire team bar Drapion really well. So I'm going to go to my Chomp. I'm going to swap out since an Earthquake / Outrage will not kill this thing. And he's going to go for the Scald into Porygon 2, and Heatran is going to come out. Since Heatran takes any one hit, he's definitely going to be able to soak up that Toxic. And he's going to set up some rocks. Since I don't have my Blastoise, this is very, very scary. And he's going to go for the Toxic too. So Porygon 2 is now on a timer. And I remember back in this season, I played stupid Stolly just because of my team. And he's going to go for the Lava Plume, and he's actually going to burn my Garchomp, which essentially means that I lose the game. Since I can't break through this Suicune, I can't break through it. If I didn't get burned, I could break through it. But I have to go into my P2 and basically just hope I can click Thunderbolts. And he's going to sub up if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does go for the sub there. And I have to just Thunderbolt, just try and break this thing down. Because he's going to go for the Scald, and Poison is going to be racking up, and this is a problem. He can't sub up again, which is a really nice thing. So I can predict the swap here, but he actually is going to be able to... He actually wants to stay in. And I do get rid of the Suicune, which is really good for my Infernape. My Infernape looks super good. His only swap in is the Latios. And Scizor is going to go for the Bullet Punch. So I'm going to go on my Garchomp. I'm just going to try and get off some rough skin damage. And then go for the Earthquake, doing what I can. And then I'm going to die, which is nice that I die so he doesn't have a chance to roost up. And now I can go ahead and just go for the close combat. And another one is going to be able to kill the Drapion. And I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch. I guess I thought it was Scarf. I don't know why I thought it was Scarf. Alright. So, Slowbro is going to come in here. It takes the Draco Meteor. And I'm just going to sack on my Slowbro here because now Weavile gets a kill. So I'm going to go out in my Weavile. I'm going to just go ahead and click Knockoff. And he's going to get rid of his Latios. And now it all comes down to whether Infernape can live a Bullet Punch from this Mega Scizor. I just want to go with the Ice Shard, doing whatever damage that I can just to possibly put it in range. Excuse me. Put it in range for close combat to kill. As I do go for the close combat there, that was an absolute 100% choke. I do get the crit there. It's not gonna matter. I don't kill him with the close combat. And it was just a good play on Raver's part. If I do click the Flare Blitz there, well, I didn't kill with close combat anyway. So that is gonna be the game. Portland Timbers are gonna lose 1-0 to the Beast Mode Breloons. In the next match, we have Lotad taking on Malone. And Lotad's team consists of Feraligatr, Raikou, Gastrodon, Jirachi, Golbat, and Golurk. Malone's team consists of Emboar, Cloyster, Thundurus Incarnate, Rhydon, Mr. Mime, and Spiritomb. Let's check out the match. So, Golurk is going to go ahead and Earthquake the Spiritomb turn 1, as Spiritomb is going to go for the Shadow Ball, and this looks to be likely a Assault Vest Golurk just for the Thundurus, and Lotad wants to save it for Death Fodder as Malone had the obvious Sucker Punch coming out here. And then go back and just go for the U-turn. It doesn't really care about taking a Sucker Punch. It's going to do 16%. And Malone possibly scouting the Grass Knot. He's going to go out into his Thundurus, and then he's going to go for the U-turn, which does pick off the Golurk. Emboar is going to come out, and Emboar can just go for a Wild Charge, but it does not outspeed. Lotad, knowing the swap is coming, he's just going to go for the Dragon Dance, then can crunch this Cloyster. Cloyster is now going to outspeed this Feraligatr, however, and he's going to miss the Rock Blast, so very, very unfortunate on Malone's part. He has a chance to win the game depending on the Gastrodon set, but yeah, this Feraligatr is just going to put in the work, and possibly predicting a Scarf Mr. Mime. He's going to swap out. Lotad probably wishing that he didn't swap out now because it does prove to be a life for Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime hits really hard. And Mr. Mime can go for the Psychic. And out comes Jirachi. Jirachi loses the Shadow Ball. It really doesn't matter. Malone is going to miss a Focus Blast. And then this Mr. Mime is going to drop to Toxic if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's going to live on 1%, and then the Raikou is faster, so you can just go for the Volt Switch, getting into the Feraligatr, but actually goes out into the Golbat. I'm really curious why he went Golbat. Feraligatr just wins the game. So, Rhydon is going to go for the Stone Edge, and Lotad's just going to go for the Super Fang, and it's a Thunderbolt Rhydon. That's probably supposed to be Thunder Punch. Malone might have just typed it in wrong. That would make the most sense to me. But the Emboar is going to go for the Flare Blitz, grabbing a kill. And Lotad still is not going out. Excuse me. Not going out into his Feraligatr. I'm really confused. That looked to be a roll, and Malone just did not get it. So if it was Scarf Emboar, that doesn't matter because Scarf Emboar has a chance to bring it back. But that is going to be the game. Lotad, coach of whatever Lotad team he had, picking up the 3-0 victory over the St. Louis Swablues. Then we have the Spam taking on Anderson, and the Spam's team is Tangrowth, Uxie, Lucario, Tornadus, Therian, Mega Ampharos, Delphox, and Anderson's team is Kyurem Black, Cresselia, Chestnut, Mega Medicham, Skuntank, and Ambipom. So it's going to be Mega Ampharos. Going to Mega Evolve right away, just wants to go to the Volt Switch likely, as that is what he's going to do, as Anderson wants to get up some spikes. That might be especially defensive Chestnut from the looks of things. Physically defensive does also make sense for the Lucario. So it's tough to tell at this point what it is. And this Cresselia is going to go with Thunder Wave. And then the Uxie is going to go with Thunder Wave. So Skuntank is going to pop its Lumberry. It probably had Lumberry. I don't know what for actually. But this Uxie is going to go for the Heal Bell, as it is going to die to the Skuntank. So at least the Spams, he's going to heal off the Paralysis. I don't really know why I did that. He dies anyways. But Tangrowth is going to be out here. Tangrowth is going to take a knockoff really well, as Tangrowth is very physically defensive, and he does show to be Rocky Helmet, so it is a little unfortunate that he does not have that anymore. Anderson is going to go out into his Chestnut, and Spam goes out into his Mega Ampharos, and Spam has no way of getting rid of these spikes, so Anderson is really looking good with 3 layers of spikes up. His Kyurem Black is just going to wreak absolute havoc later or now. And his Torn is going to go for the U-turn, has to go out into the Lucario to try and scare this thing out. And not wanting to take like a Vacuum Wave or Bullet Punch or Mach Punch, he's going to swap out. And then this Lucario is going to be able to kill with the close combat. But due to the aftermath, this Lucario is going to be extremely weakened down. and Ambipom can just go for the fake out here. But he's actually going to reveal the acrobatics. So, interesting stuff there. And the Ambipom is going to go for the return, getting rid of the Tangrowth, which opens up the Mega Medicham to just absolutely win this match. Assuming that Torn T is dealt with. And out comes Torn T. Anderson just wants to scout, see what this thing is going to do. Hurricane, so he can probably hope for a miss, but he's actually going to go out and do his Cresselia. Fair enough. And Cresselia is going to be able to take another one with help of lefties. And Spam is just going to go ahead and sack off his Lucario. Anderson's play is, he actually went for the Moonlight. Interesting stuff there. I probably would have gone for Thunderwave myself. So very good play on Anderson's part. And this Delphox is going to trick the Cresselia, the Choice Specs. And now Cresselia has to swap out. So the Delphox is going to go for the Fire Blast. Kyurem can take it. And since it is paralyzed, Kyurem is going to be able to outspeed this Delphox and get rid of it. And Torn has to come out. Crest Shoes hits. Anderson's best play is still to click Thunder Wave, but he's actually going to go for the Moonlight. He's probably just trying to stall Hurricanes at this point. Spam can play around this Cresselia really easily just because it is choice specs. So that was a good bring on Spam's part. But the Volt Switch is actually going to Oko this it's Meta Sham. It didn't get to Mega Evolve. So I don't know if the crit mattered. It might have. But since this since the Torn is paralyzed, the Kyurem just wins. Well, Ambipom is going to get the return. I was going to say, Kyurem just clicks Ice Beam twice, but that works as well. Ambipom is just going to go over the knockoff, getting rid of this thing's choice specs. And then Spam is going to miss the Hurricane. So unfortunate, doesn't matter in terms of the outcome because Kyurem wins anyways. It just matters in terms of differentials. So this is going to be the game. The Jonesboro Omastars are going to take a victory over the Las Vegas Ludicolo in a 4-0 fashion. So for the last game of the week, we have for you guys, again, the 7th match was a forfeit. So here we have for the 6th and final match. We have Ian or Altaria Motives taking on Gustavo, and Ian's team consists of Mega Gardevoir, Rotom Wash, Togekiss, Blade, Rhyperior, and Hitmontop. And Gustavo's team consists of Mega Swampert, Heliolisk, Volcanion, Normal Glade, Sceptile, and Volcarona. See what happens. So we have Rotom Wash and Mega Swampert. There's nothing that Mega Swampert can do to a Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is just going to go for the Toxic. As Mega Swampert actually wants to set up its Stealth Rocks. Fair enough. And Gustavo's then going to pull the swap into the Sceptile, as it looks to be a little bit of a bulkier Sceptile, seeing as though that it has the leftovers and the Synthesis. To be fair, Sceptile is really good against Ian's team in terms of being a defensive wall. But this Togekiss is going to get an Ancient Power boost. And this Heliolisk does still outspeed and does get the Paralysis. That is absolutely huge. But the Togekiss... One sec. I had to clear my throat. So Heliolisk and Togekiss are both going to drop. This Mega Gardevoir is going to be able to Mega Evolve, go for the Energy Ball, and just absolutely decimate this Mega Swampert. And Rotom Wash is going to go out. The only thing that really scares it is a Power Herb Solar Beam. And he does not have that. Sceptile is going to come out. And Ian predicts that and goes for the HP Ice. I believe it's HP Ice. Might be Fire. But this Sceptile is going to go over the Leaf Storm. Does 50% to the Hitmontop. It cannot kill, bar a crit. So Hitmontop is going to go over the Rock Slide, predicting the Volcarona to come out. And Blade goes for the Psycho Cut. This is literally 0. And the Blade also has the Rock Slide, so Ian was very scared of being set up on by Volcarona, so he brought a lot of rock coverage on his team. And the Rotom just swallows the Overheat. It does literally nothing, considering it's a Volcanion. So Rotom is just going to go over the HP Ice again, fair prediction. And Blade comes out. Blade could... Got a lot of yawning. The Blade goes for the Shadow Claw, and Rhyperior is going to come in predicting the Overheat, so risky play on Ian's part. Now he can double out into the... oh, he's going to go over the Rock Polish. Has the Pasho? No, he doesn't have the Pasho Berry. Okay, if he had the Passion Berry, he would just win, because there's nothing that takes a right parry's hit, especially if he's at +2 speed. But Gardevoir is just going to come in, going for the Thunderbolt. And Ian wants to follow up with another Thunderbolt, as he knows this Volcarona wants to just go over the Quiver Dance. And Volcarona is going to kill the Mega Gardevoir, but Hitmontop comes out. It's probably Assault Vest Hitmontop. It's going to go for the Fake Out. If it gets Flame Body, that's really detrimental, but it doesn't. And Volcarona is going to go for the Giga Drain, and Hitmontop can kill with the Rock Slide. So, Gallade looks really good for the rest of the match. It can knock off the Doublade. I don't think it's going to kill, though. He has to go for it. It does not even close to kill. Oh, my God. So, this Doublade is going to get rid of the Gallade, and it has to be HP Fire Sceptile to win this game. And Ian is going to go out into his Rotom, and Gustavo is going to go for the Leaf Storm. If he could have clicked Giga Drain, he probably should have. So, he has to hope for a crit HP Fire. If he gets a crit HP Fire, he wins. But he's actually going to get a crit Leaf Storm. What is life, dude? He got a crit Leaf Storm to win the game. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Oh my god. That's unfortunate for Ian. So Gustavo, coach of Seeking Rain in Seattle, is going to win 1-0 over the atrocious Altares, coached by Altarian Motives, or Ian. So that is going to be the week, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.